Hey everyone, happy Friday. Happy Friday. I know I typically don't go live on Fridays, and I wasn't going to go live today, but there's a good reason for it. So hang with me for just a second. I've got a quick and powerful message for someone. Is it for you? If you're watching this, it is for you. So let me get this shared to the Mind Power Collective group. If you're here, say hello. All right. So this message, again, the reason I'm coming to you live on a Friday is for a very good reason. Number one, I was incredibly inspired. Fridays are my beach days where I go for an hour or two to just sit and kind of, decompress and relax and have time and space. And so I went this morning, and as I was sitting there, like I was, doing my thing, and I got this download, this inspiration around what it really takes to change, what it really takes to do the things that we want to do in this life. And I think very often I get these messages from people, and I hear it from clients, these messages that say, like, I really want to do this thing, but I don't know how. I want to go and change my career, but I don't know if it's possible. And we have all these things, all these reasons, all these, I guess sometimes excuses and beliefs and thoughts that get in the way of what it is that we actually want. And as I was sitting there, I realized that I had resisted doing this Friday thing. I still kind of resist it a little bit. And I asked myself this morning as I was sitting there, what was different about today? Why did I go today? Part of it was I have some accountability from a friend, but I realized there were two things that happened. Number one, I made a decision. And I started thinking about how when we want to create a change in our lives, very often we just wait for the thing to change. We don't actually understand that we have the power to go and make that change. We don't have to wait for the job to come along. We don't have to wait for the new relationship to come. We don't have to wait for the money to come. The first thing that needs to happen, there's actually two things that have to happen. The first thing is you have to decide that you're ready for that change. And wanting change and deciding that you're ready and deciding that this is the moment that things change for you are two very different things. And most people are in the camp of, I'm wanting change. I want to change my relationship. I want to change my financial situation. I want to change my career, right? But usually what happens is this want, it just stays a want. It never becomes a decision. It never becomes a definitive put your foot down moment where you decide that now is when it gets to change. Not when the thing comes along, not when the money is in the bank, not when the relationship is, prevalent and right in front of you, but you decide first, right? So there's a difference in deciding that this is the time that it happens, this is the time I'm moving forward, and trying to make that change. Trying gives you an out. Trying says, well, I'm trying, I'm looking, I'm trying, right? And for a lot of us, that's empty. There's like, you can be trying and look like you're doing nothing, right? But there's a difference. And when I say trying, you could be doing things too. You could be trying to find that new job, but you haven't decided that this is the moment. So there are times when you really decide and you don't recognize that you're deciding it. You're just like more definitive. You decide that you're never going to go back to that circumstance, right? Often it comes at a rock bottom moment. I'm never going to be here again. I refuse to not have money to, give my child for some snack at school. I refuse to be in a position like this again. Sometimes those are the moments when we really decide, right? Because we get to that rock bottom, and we go, I can't do this anymore. And I often end up working with women who are in that place because they come to me, they've tried all the things, they've done all the things, they've tried, but they're at this like rock bottom okay, not maybe not like legitimate rock bottom in their life, but they're in this like, I can't do it this way anymore. Let me reach outside the realm of everything that I've ever tried. Let me try something completely different. I'm deciding that I'm just going to do it now. And that decision is powerful because you put your foot down. Like, I want you to think about the energy behind I'm trying and I'm deciding. I'm trying to do X, Y, and Z is like a little bit of lack. I'm trying to do it, but I'm not quite there yet. Deciding says it's already in process. I've already decided this is changing. I've already decided I'm going to be on the other side. I've already decided I'm going to be successful, even if you don't know how, right? So, the first thing that you really need, if you're going to create that change, you need to decide. You need to decide that this is the moment that things change. That right here, right now, things are starting to change. Even if you don't know what that next step is, right? This is the moment. So you need to decide. That's number one. Number two, you need to decide to do something different. You can't keep doing the same thing that you've been doing because that's getting you nowhere. You have to decide to do something differently. And I'm going to actually go out on a limb and say you need to do these two pretty close together. You need to decide that this is when things change, and you need to step into something that's completely different, something that you haven't tried before, something that's new, something you feel called to do. And this is where a lot of people end up reaching out to me because they will be in this moment, this very definitive, this has to change now. You're in dire straits. Life is, running away with you. Some area of your life, you really are feeling the struggle and the pain. And you say, it needs to change now. And then they come across my page, or they read the email, or they see a video, and then they click, okay, I need to check this out. It's different. It's new. It's something they've never done before. And the reason I say that is because it's in that moment where you do something that you've never done before that things start changing, right? Because you've decided first. You made the decision, and then you followed it up with something different. One of the things I see very often is I'll hear, well, I've been doing all the things. I've done it. I've done all the things, and it's not working. Well, then you have to do something different, right? And that doesn't necessarily mean you have to hire a coach or you have to hire someone to help you, but you do have to do something a little different, because if those things that you've been trying aren't necessarily working, or they're not, giving you what it is that you want, especially if you're coming from a place of trying versus deciding, then you just got to do something different, right? One of the things that I share with people when they come to me for the first time, they typically say, I'm stuck. And one of the first things I say is, okay, well, what have you tried that's different? What have you done that is outside your realm of the norm? And they're like, well, I haven't really done a lot. I've been doing this and this and this and this and this, and I've tried it over and over and over and over again. Sometimes you just have to do something different. Okay. And so I felt like this was a message that I needed to share on a Friday night in most of the rest of the world. It's noon here in Hawaii. Because I feel like a lot of us are spinning our wheels. We're sitting in the sameness of our relationships, of our careers, of our, like, these moments that feel very similar to what we've done in the past. And we're just sitting in it. And we're trying to get out, but we're not actually deciding to. Right? Most people will go into 2022 doing the same thing that they did in 2021 and 2020 and all the years before. They're going to go in trying to get healthy. They're going to go in trying to save money. They're going to go in trying to do all of these things. But the ones that are going to be successful will do these two things. They will decide that this is the time that it is actually different. Not that they're going to try to lose weight. They've decided they're going to get healthy, right? And then they're going to follow it up with doing something different. They're not going to keep doing that same thing that didn't work in 2021 and 2020 and all the years before. Those of us who are going to succeed, and I say us because I'm including you in that, are making a decision, a definitive decision that things change now. When you do that, the power behind your mindset, the power behind the actions that you're taking, the power behind what you feel called to do is incredible because you've decided. You see what I'm saying? So, if nothing else, let this be a reminder that whatever you want to change, whatever you want to transform, wherever you want to level up, I want you to decide that this is the moment it changes. Even before the physical thing changes, decide that this is the moment. That, like, if you look back in 6 months, that this moment was the beginning of the dominoes falling over, that this was like the first domino in the sequence of all the things that created that change for you because you decided. Those of you who are trying and thinking and playing with and dipping your toe in, you're not going to see the change that you want. And that may not be something you want to hear, but that's the truth because you're giving yourself a way out. Make sense? So I'm going to leave you with this message to do the two things that are going to make the biggest difference for you today, for the rest of the year, and into 2022. Wherever you want to create change or transformation, I want you to go beyond trying. I want you to decide today. If you're watching this video, I want you to decide today, what's the change that you're going to see? And then what is that follow-up action that you're going to do that's different than what you've always done? Right? If you've always tried to lose weight by yourself, then maybe you want to try to hire a trainer. That's like what you've been inspired to do. Or if you've been trying to change your job for all this time and you finally decide that you're going to do something, or you're trying to change your mindset and you're watching this video, then reach out, right? Do something different. Because until we do something different, until we think differently, until we do something that is outside of what our norm is, like that comfort zone, we're not going to get to the other side. Okay? So I want to know, does this help? Is this resonating for you? Was this a message that you needed to hear? Are you the reason that I had to jump on here at, 5 o'clock Eastern on a Friday night to talk to you about this? I want to know your thoughts. Did this hit a nerve with you? Do you agree? Right? Post a comment below and let me know, okay? I hope that this message landed for you. I hope that this is something that you needed to hear. It was the inspiration, it was the motivation to really create that decision to make the change in your life. And if this is something that you think someone else needs to hear, feel free to share it or tag them below, okay? Of course, I always have the invitation open if you are interested in working together and exploring what decision and mindset and energy and action and all of that can do for you in your life. So if you're interested in that, send me a DM. Let's talk about it. You can also hop on over to my website and check out how I'm working with clients right now and book a call that way as well. But in the meantime, make a decision, big and small. If you're going to do something, make the decision and then get behind it, okay? There's so much power when you do that, I promise. All right, friends, I hope that this was helpful. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and let me know your thoughts, your comments below, all right? I will talk to you soon. Bye.